What's happening?
Things over there. Hey, we're red. We're red.
That means we're live. Before we can do anything else, I have to say this. Happy birthday, Mom!
Hi, Mom. Happy birthday.
Or she'll fire me because I didn't publicly announce her birthday, and she gives us cookies and snacks all the time, so she deserves that level.
She should come in today because she would shoot for free today.
Well, she's going to go see her grandbabies.
But she should come shoot today because it's Wednesday and she's a female and females shoot free on Wednesday.
I'm going to be honest. She's my mom and I'll pay for her to shoot anytime she wants to come shoot. Because 2 years ago she wouldn't touch a gun and now she owns more guns than I do.
Yeah, and she's actually one of our best coaches for the ladies' night. Like,
my mom is the queen of RSOs.
She was like, oh, here, try my 19. I really like
this that 19's too aggressive for you? One. Here's my 22 compact. Let me just slide that.
Here's this one. And ooh, try this. And ooh, wait, put your thumb down that way. There you go. Yeah. That's a pretty common one.
Yeah.
Let's hold on. Before we do anything, let's take our finger off the trigger.
Yep.
Remember we talked about that?
Yep. My mom.
Not squeezing it.
My mom is the queen of RSOs, which is only awesome because when I started here, within the first 6 months, she got slide bites so bad we had to take her to the hospital because she slit. It's nasty. And now
she's. Buddy of mine do that with a Glock. He just ripped.
That's what she did.
Over and we were like, no, and he pressed that trigger and that slide came back and he went, it bit me. And
it got more than a bite.
Sliced him all the way up. It was like, no, you tried to bite it.
Yeah, no, I was like, I'm gonna go grab us another target. You stand right there. I'll be right back. And by the time I got back, there's just
blood all over.
And my mom doesn't do blood, which made it only better. But now she's just our best little assistant RSO. Right. The joke is she could easily teach girls who want to have guns because she has only missed 2 in my 3 years here.
Yeah.
1 because she broke her nose, and 1 because we canceled it for ice.
Be nice. No breaking of noses. Don't do the pains. That hurts.
Yeah, no, it's bad. But anyways, on with normal show. Now that I've wished my mother happy birthday and bragged on her.
Now we can get on a normal show. And
so we're gonna be honest.
Some of us are late. We're running a little behind, but
we've been on the floor.
Come in and request a whole bunch of banshees. So.
Yeah, in the double digits. So we've been on the floor, and these are our notes, and we haven't really read them yet.
Right. I didn't even read them, and I wrote them.
Yeah, I didn't even read them and I printed them. Yeah. So I know my name's on here.
We have fun stuff.
There's supposedly some fun stuff.
We didn't even pull it.
We don't even have a gun.
We gotta figure out what classes we have. Man, we're like.
Here, wait, I can do that. One sec.
How are you finding out what we have on
the interwebs?
Are you going to the interwebs?
I'm going to use...
Is that at therangestl.com?
It is.
And then click on the training tab?
It is.
And then you can get a description of all the classes?
Correct. Or, if you just don't want to do that kind of labor because your thumbs are very tired, if you just sign... Yeah.
Hey Sid, how you doing, bud?
Oh, Sid's in here?
Well, you're looking at your phone.
I know,
so
but I have to figure out.
It's
October.
Phil would get mad if you were looking at your phone.
He's still gonna be mad. So it looks like, I don't know how many openings are in these, but November 2nd, I've got a basic handgun.
Basic handgun this weekend.
And then the 9th, we've got CCW in tactical triage, which I'm guessing has seats.
Tactical triage is gonna be a really cool one.
I assume that has seats open. Tactical triage has been one of my favorite classes I took.
I'm trying to get into that one.
I love taking classes with Rob Morton. Like he makes you get your hands in there and has fake blood and fake wounds. Super educational. This is the 4-hour one, right? Yeah. Super awesome. I've watched him teach a couple different ones of this for free for teachers, and I've taken classes here.
Rob's a good dude, man.
And the medical classes are probably my favorite. Because even if you're not a gun person, they're still
the weird queasy stuff.
Not that, but even if Billy Bob over there is too scared to carry a gun, or he can't carry a gun because he's going in a government building.
Or Billy Bob.
Yeah, Billy Bob. Billy Bob could know how to save somebody if they hurt themselves and are bleeding out. That medical thing is real important no matter where you are, even if you can't carry a gun. I preach that a lot.
It very is, totally.
And then we've got defensive handgun 1 on the 12th, and then Mike must be on. And then girls just want to have guns on the 13th. I still have some seats open. There will be butt cakes. There will be me. I'm sure there will be Chris.
And Mom.
My mom will be here, per usual.
Mom will be here.
Why am I not seeing the comments like you are? I'm very upset.
Because you're doing other things.
Because I'm checking my phone and I can see Phil literally mean mugging me. Oh, there it popped up.
He's like right there. He's just like.
I was checking classes. I was proving a point
people.
that you could check the classes on your phone.
So you just go on therangestl.com. Little big button at the top says training.
Boop.
Click on that, all the info.
It's actually
and
not.
then you can go down to the bottom and you can sort through what kind of class you want to do.
Because of the way it's laid out on the phone, you have to go to the little thing that's like the little lines that shows more, and then you select training.
You go to the menu.
Boop. But yeah, just like that. I mean, you guys saw how fast I did it. But
and you can also, when you're on our website, it'll have a little pop-up at the bottom.
Boop.
If you haven't signed a waiver in over a year,
or if you're coming in for the first time,
little pop-up right there, click on that. You can fill out the waiver before you even get here. Punch all your info in, and then when you get here and you're like, hey, I want to go shoot at the range. You can
actually,
did you sign the waiver? I already did. Boop,
perfect example. He is over here talking to this guy about buying 75 or so guns, and this guy's got a group, and they all want to go downstairs and shoot. And I took our little iPads over there. Their waivers were done before the conversation was even over. All 4 of them just, they send it to the computer. Good to go. It's beautiful.
So Mike, tell Josh to get
Mike,
on the things.
We need Josh to.
Yeah, which I'm sure he's doing. He said he was doing, so I'm sure he's doing.
I'm sure Josh is doing what Josh is do.
What other stuff we got going on around here?
We got a food drive for still tomorrow.
We do. Food drive through tomorrow. So remember, bring in any of your stuffs. Anything for the household that you might need, a neighbor might need, a friend might need. Anything that somebody said, hey, can I borrow a
cup of sugar, a salt shaker up.
Except eggs.
Yeah, no eggs.
They can't do eggs.
No eggs.
Non-perishables, but anything else, just bring it in, drop it off. For every item that you bring in, we'll give you a ticket. We're going to be drawing a membership tomorrow, so we'll be giving away. Actually, we'll probably end up needing to wait until
we'll probably do it Friday
first to do that. So Friday we'll do the drawing for the membership, and then give out a membership for that as well. And remember, this is all going for the Jefferson Barracks Military and Veterans Food Pantry. And if you missed it last week, Janet came in, super sweet lady. Sam and I probably just kind of took it over because
that's what we do. We're talkers.
We do that. And she's a very quiet lady, so big thanks to her. It sounds like we might actually be able to be a permanent drop-off location, so we're going to figure that out.
That'd be super cool.
So,
but
yes, we like helping people out, and so
what else
this is
we
a
got?
good group local that we can help out.
Girls shoot free today.
Girls shoot free today because it's Wednesday.
Kids can use the simulator for free tomorrow since it's Halloween.
And as long as you're a kid at heart, you can use the simulator. We're not doing any of the training stuff though, so it'll be on like the fun stuff like balloon safari,
carnival games and shooting
like
prairie dogs and cool stuff like that.
Which if you're in there and you want to do one of the other ones, okay, cool. But we're just trying to have the funs.
Yeah.
As a reminder, please don't wear masks in here. I mean, I know that it will probably excite Vinny if you come in a mask, but
let's not do that, please.
Vinny from getting too excited because I can't have him carrying around just a Nerf gun. So
no. But there will be candy here for the chitlins.
For chitlins.
Not for adults. The adults can use the simulator. I
have parents. That's all I'm going to say about that. Just saying.
You also have children.
I do, and my kids. One of them is nice enough to actually collect candy for me.
I would collect candy for you.
Of course, I only get the Smarties.
I like Smarties. What's wrong with Smarties?
Nothing's wrong with Smarties. It's my favorite candy.
I used to collect Whoppers for my
Smarties
grandpa.
to get Smarty. That's what me and my mom used to say. Smarties to get Smarty.
I remember when people used to still give out the bags of Whoppers, which are disgusting, but I give them to my grandpa because my grandpa loves those nasty things. And that's why my grandpa's favorite child is me.
You do realize that he probably said the same thing to all the rest.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
He's a very angry man.
Okay.
That's where I got it from.
I'm not even going to argue with that because she's probably right.
I am.
So, fun stuff. Judge in Pennsylvania strikes down 3 assault weapon restrictions.
I need like a hammer.
After the Tree of Life synagogue shooting last year, he enacted 3 different bills All stuff that is basically taking away any assault weapons. We all know that that's just a loose term for if it scares somebody that has a -D at the end of their tagline. I guess there are a couple of -Rs that have that scariness to them, but if it scares the -D, then you got assault weapons, extended magazines, and armor-piercing ammunition. All of those, it's restricting any usage of any of those inside of the city limits of Pittsburgh, and then also allows the courts to then take away guns. It's only, some people are going to be able to get that. We know how that goes, but basically they're trying to take any guns away from any individual that is deemed a significant danger to themselves or others, taking the guns away. So all three of those were bashed. And that all comes back to, they say that the gunman that he used a Colt AR and 3 Glock 357 handguns. I think something's weird about this. Ain't nobody uses Colt ARs. Who uses a Colt AR?
He's not wrong.
Like, I get it. They have one model, the 6920. People love that gun. I'm not saying anything bad about it. It is a solid gun, but nobody uses it.
Cameron's been looking for one for years.
Cops use it. That's it. That's the only guys that use it. And Colt 357s. Who uses or a Glock 357? Who uses a Glock 357?
Phil, you got one of those? Phil ain't got one. Can't be real. That's my verdict.
The only people I know of that carry Glock 357s are like air marshals, because air marshals love 357s. Great round.
To each their own.
So maybe this was an air marshal that decided he was going to shoot up the place. I don't know.
Yikes.
Doubt it.
With all the judges in this, I feel like I need a gavel.
Maybe this guy, the shooter, maybe he beat up, I guess, 3 cops because there's three
Maybe
cops.
they just don't know what they're talking about.
That is 100% a very real likelihood. I just thought it was funny because they pointed out that in the article that they used a Colt AR, and nobody uses that, and we don't have to worry about Colt ain't selling to civilians anymore anyway.
They don't even care about us.
We're gonna need this bill. All done.
All done.
And then 3 Glock 357 handguns. Highly
Interesting.
doubt that as well.
Interesting. I feel like we should have got a gavel because all we're doing is talking about like judges the first like 4 bullets. So I need my own gavel to be like Judge Judy and be like, meh.
I don't know if I want you as Judge Judy.
I might be nicer than Judge Judy. Nah, I'm definitely not nicer.
If you had a gavel, no.
I might be nicer than Judge Joe Brown, but I am.
Wow, that's easier to do than Judge Judy. Judge Judy is not a nice one.
I said that backwards, but yeah.
I've never seen her be nice.
Me either.
I've seen her be very mean.
She scares me. I bet
Then
she makes.
there's that other judge, that funny one. He's hilarious.
I don't remember who that one is.
He's like, needs to be on people's court.
I like watching the one of the older judge who's up.
Judge Walker.
No.
Gotta see Judge Walker.
The guy who like you only see on like the
Judge
Facebook
Walker's
ones that like
Facebook.
people will get like a random speeding ticket on the way to the VA and he just like clears it and he's like, don't even worry about it. Like,
Yeah, the old, yeah.
yeah, him.
He's hilarious.
I like him. He needs his own TV show.
No, Jeff, she is not awesome.
Judge Judy, she is, but she's terrifying. You know, her grandkids most definitely always listened.
I hope to God her kids listen too.
Yeah, because if not, you know what she was going to do? She's going to be like, that's all
Beat
right.
them
No, she was
in
going to
some
call.
sort of weird, legally okay way.
She was going to call one of her buddies at like the police station and be like, come get these Rugrats. I'm going to prove a point. And she like had them locked up for the night.
Like for real?
I don't know. Sounds accurate.
Sounds good to me.
I mean, even if it's not real, that story sounds legitimate. Like she's like, I'm not going to beat you. I'm not even going to say I'm disappointed in you. My buddy over here is going to take you away though. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe I won't.
So what you're saying is she may have been the first one that introduced that scared straight.
Possibly. Just watching her TV show scared me.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anyways, on to subject number 2.
Yeah. Update on the Caitlin Alex deal. That was the one with the weird girl, 2 guys,
Cop.
2 on duty,
Yeah.
1 off duty. Somehow either were playing with guns or playing Russian roulette.
All bad ideas, just to clarify.
Don't really know, but we're not going to know for a while because Judge Tom Clark said, quote, "A gag order is necessary to protect the privacy of the involved individuals and to ensure the impartiality of the jury pool." I kind of get that. We've already got one version of the story that says that they were playing with guns and it accidentally went off. Another version that said that there was some horseplay. Another version that says it was Russian roulette that was being played. There was only 3 people there, and only 2 people after that made it out. Whatever happened to Officer Hendren in between when he made his first on-call to when he was brought into the hospital, I'm not really sure, but it looks like he may have tripped and fall down.
Go, fall, bad, outs.
Yeah, so I don't know what he did or who did. I'm good with whatever it was because I have a feeling that he didn't enjoy it very much. He shouldn't have, but that's just me.
Yeah.
So I get the gag order, but no new real information on it, and it doesn't sound like we will get any information until it actually works its way all the way through.
Somebody's being loud.
Yeah, I mean, they're shooting big guns.
They are.
Yeah, maybe it's the eating they're shooting.
Well, yours is in our office, so.
I don't know, Cam just brought it down for somebody else to shoot.
Oh, well, maybe it is yours.
If he was going down there and letting them shoot. I'm totally good, because that's probably the group that was talking about getting a whole bunch of the banshees.
Banshees. I do like banshees. Anywho.
It wouldn't go.
So this bullet point, I've started to read these bullet points as we've gotten this far through. I find this interesting.
Yeah. So new article that came out this morning that was talking about some interesting facts. So since April, we've had 13 kids die in St. Louis due to guns that are all under the age of 16. Thing that's very bad, obviously. But the big thing that's coming out of it is it sounds like most of them were not as innocent as we had initially thought. So there are some, 6 of the victims, so 6 of 13, right? Do the math. We got 7 left. But those 6 were age 10 and under. They haven't actually found anything on those 6 that were under 10. There's the 3-year-old, there's a 6-year-old, there's a 2-year-old, and these are all they're 99.9% positive. Those kids did nothing wrong. There was no illegal activity with these kids at all. They were just literally caught in the wrong place at the wrong time with other illegal activities happening around them. They were completely harmless in that. However, with the other 7, they're saying that it's looking like this isn't so innocent after that. So
after reading part of these notes, I'm not shocked.
For instance, one of them, a 15-year-old, was found dead one morning, quote, with an automatic weapon on his person and with an extended ammunition magazine. $5,000 in cash. It's a lot of cash for a 15-year-old.
Large quantity of drugs.
Large quantity of drugs. I have a feeling the cash and the drugs probably went together, hence his feeling that he needed a weapon and an extended ammunition magazine.
What? At 15?
The only thing that's odd in all of that, other than the fact that he had $5,000 in cash and drugs at 15, the automatic weapon. That's where that's kind of a whole new level of
that's just a whole at 15 at 15 if I said a cuss word my parents were still going to smack me across the mouth.
Yeah. So another one, it was a 16-year-old and he was a shooting victim and he was already at 16 on the police department's carjacking offender list. Apparently shot in crossfire of a gun battle between 2 other 16-year-olds. So not quite so innocent. And then 2 of them, they believe that it was suicide. So out of the 7 that were over 10 and under 15, 2 2 of them are suicide. At least 2 of these guys are severely, obviously, in the red as far as illegal activities. So 3, now 3 is a lot still that may have been innocent, but from what they were saying, it doesn't sound like this is like an unusual thing that when you partake in illegal activities, the tendency for you to have a high-risk, short lifespan is also pretty equal. So the worse you do, the worse your outcome looks.
I really just don't have words, because like any age, if my father had even caught me like playing with a gun, I would have been beaten. And like gun battle between 16-year-olds, I can feel my father disowning me just from saying that sentence out loud.
I think it's definitely it's more than just the guns.
Oh yeah, I mean obviously above here, $5,000 and a large quantity of drugs. Like
So I mean the guns. I've got a bunch that don't work right, obviously, according to the major media sources, because all of mine, they don't do anything unless you do something with them.
They're the magical kind.
So no, they're not the magical kind. See, I don't know. I screwed up somewhere.
You messed up somewhere.
I don't know. When I built mine, I guess I didn't put the magic dust in right.
You need to sprinkle a little more fairy dust, like this.
Yeah.
You have to make sure you come up with it though, and then drop it in.
Maybe that's it.
There's a very specific technique to the fairy dust.
But it doesn't. They don't do anything unless they do something with them.
Weird.
So it's more of like it's a mentality thing. And
I
mean, 3 16-year-olds in the middle of a gun battle sounds to me more like clearly Epstein didn't kill himself.
That was beautiful.
Yeah. Live meme right there. By the way, we know that's
we saw the post. What was it? Came out this morning.
Yeah, that's a mess.
I have no nice words for that.
There's nothing wrong there.
We just hide people that are pedophiles. That's okay. Yeah, I have no kind words.
Let's get on to something more fun.
Anything else?
Did you get the last one?
So I've read part of it. I can't even pronounce this.
Gustav Golitz.
There you go.
Started the Golitz Confectionery Company, and yes, I have no idea if that's actually the right way of saying his name, but it sounded right.
Renamed Jelly Belly Candy Company in the Metro East back in 1869. My goodness. Their top-selling sweets around the turn of the century was a buttersweet mellow cream called candy corn.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. Candy corn.
But they didn't get credit for it.
No.
The credit goes to an employee at a Wonderly
Candy Company
in Pennsylvania.
They actually called it chicken feed.
I mean, that's accurate. It looks like chicken feed.
Probably more.
Do you eat candy corn?
Yes.
Do you eat candy corn?
You take candy corn and the little pumpkin, so you get like, what is it, the harvest mix or whatever?
Yeah.
Throw some peanuts into that mix.
Ooh.
I don't know why, but it tastes like there's like some chocolate flavors that come into that. I don't know how. But
see, I'll like eat it if if you sat
peanuts in there,
a bowl in front of me, like I would munch on it, but I do not like it enough to go like out of my way to buy it.
Yeah.
Like I would munch on it if I was somewhere that had some.
If it's available right there, like my mom's always got it. And
see,
you go there, like you're always like, oh, candy corn.
Yeah, it's one of those things I would never go out of my way to buy, but if it's sitting in front of me, I'm like, candy corn.
Throw some peanuts in there.
I'm going to keep that in mind, because I only eat a couple pieces because it's always too sweet and hurts my teeth, so the peanuts is a good idea.
Yeah, peanuts in there, it's like total.
I don't know.
See, Mike's mom did the same thing. She did candy corn. You gotta love that stuff.
My grandma always had those little bitty
weird, like, yummies.
My grandma always had those little bitty caramels.
Which little?
The little bitty square caramels.
Square, I don't know.
Like the little square soft caramels.
Like,
do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, like
individually wrapped.
Yeah, like individually wrapped little bitty caramels.
They're little, like.
Yeah, they're like the size of sugar cubes.
It's not little bitty, but okay.
I mean, compared to my
the caramel chews.
My preference on sweets, that is little bitty. I could eat a whole apple pie in one sitting. That's a very small
like
sweet.
A nerd. is little bitty.
Okay, well, I forget nerds exist because they're disgusting. I said it, I meant it. I'll buy you some for Christmas though, because it's not always about what I like. Sometimes your opinion matters. Not always, just sometimes.
Man, she's in a rare mood today.
That's why you got Chinese for lunch today.
I don't understand. I'm just gonna, okay.
Camden's on here. Hi, Camden. I don't know who's still watching.
I don't know. That's
what we got today. Anybody got questions? What's a milkmaid?
Milkmaids?
What's a milkmaid? I know what a milk dud is.
No, yeah.
Those get stuck in your teeth.
Milk duds are good. Milkmaids.
You know what I like that they stopped making was the
those caramel chew thing. No, that's
no.
The sugar daddies.
I don't know what was fighting words, Mike. If it was the Chinese food or the nerds.
Nerds ain't candy. I'm pretty sure it's nerds ain't candy.
I didn't say they weren't candy. I said they weren't good.
Or they weren't good.
I liked Mars bars before they stopped making them.
Yeah.
They started making those when I was probably in middle school or high school, and I was heavily disappointed.
Mars bars. Yeah, they're okay. Okay, there's milkmaids. Okay, milkmaid royals.
So are they kind of the same as a milk dud? Just bigger?
No, and I think that's just a fancy version. I think I know what you're talking about. It's like a caramel with like the cream on the inside. You're like a.
I don't know how I
like
feel.
A powdered cream thing. My mom and I used to just plow through those. What do they call them things? Buckeye nuts or whatever it is, where it's like caramel in the cowtails. Cowtails, that's like a milkmaid thing. It's cowtails, where it's like a caramel on the outside and like a hard, powdery, creamy.
The acorn-looking things?
No, it's like a round.
Yeah, they look like acorns.
Caramel chew thing. It's caramel.
They look like giant acorns.
Okay, well, just maybe.
I'm sorry, Mike. I will also buy you nerds for Christmas.
Carl, what is
Do we accept
Carl?
Trades to our new purchases?
It's
sometimes.
gonna be a lot of candy if we're trading candy for guns, or maybe it's just the right gun. I don't know.
Maybe it's the right kind of candy.
We do trades. The one thing I can say is that you'll get more money selling it individually. But I guess that's kind of the thing with trying to sell candy. You have to sell it candy.
You know what really good candy is?
Bulk, we get a good deal and we'll see.
I like Ferrero Rochers.
Huh?
That kind of the Ferrero Rochers. That's kind of candy.
The what?
Ferrero Rochers.
What's that?
They're like these little balls.
Is that like the little shoes with the red bottoms?
No, they're filled with hazelnut cream on the inside, basically Nutella, and then there's a hazelnut in the middle, and there's like a really light, like I don't know, it's like this.
Are you
crunchy
talking about
stuff?
them like crusty ball things?
Yeah, and in the middle they're delicious.
Like
yes.
Nestle Crunch.
No.
Candy, sort of like circle ball thing with weird goo on the inside.
Yeah.
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 Those are pretty okay.
It's basically Nutella on the inside
But
with.
those are like you gotta eat those with like pinkies out.
That's okay. Why can't we?
Gold little thing, and they're like $25 for like a 3-pack.
They're like $2 for a 3-pack.
Okay, so I might be exaggerating.
You might be exaggerating a wee bit.
Just
okay.
a wee bit.
You can eat them with your pinkies
Carl
out.
says you can find Mars bars at Cracker Barrel.
There's a Cracker Barrel in Fenton, isn't there?
Right.
Isn't there a Cracker Barrel in Fenton?
Christmas time has got to be the best time to go and see anybody over my age. To be most moms and grandmas. If you got great grandmas, those are great spots to go to for the holiday sections because you got all kinds of old people candies.
No, my grandma's just give me socks.
What? And she doesn't know. You're telling me that your grandma doesn't have a little glass jar of candies in her house?
She has a glass bowl full of apples.
No candies?
No candies. What? She does have a secret stash in a corner cabinet that's usually full of Hostess cakes, though.
Okay, so that's close, but hard candy. No hard candies.
No hard candies.
No peppermints.
No.
None of the little melt.
She still puts candy canes on the Christmas tree. Does that count?
Yeah, but can you go to the Christmas tree and take?
Oh yeah. And she gets the different. She'll get the normal mint ones, and then for the kids that don't like the mint, she buys us the different jelly bean and Jolly Rancher flavored ones. But my girl.
Shush, Mike. I don't hear old enough to be grandparents. Mine are not old enough yet. So.
But you are that old because my mom's about to be a grandma.
Shush.
My mom is a grandma.
Friends that are of my age or younger that have grandbabies does not mean anything.
You know what I have to say though, watching both my parents find out they were going to be grandparents, the most precious thing I've ever witnessed in my life.
Yeah.
When my brother said he was going to have a little boy, both my parents were like, "What?
No more kids for me now. No more. 2 is enough."
That's what I told Bailey. I'm glad he gave him a grandbaby because I sure wasn't going to.
Yeah,
Not my thing.
Two is enough for me.
Your 2 are a handful.
They're
You
more
got
than a
girls.
handful. Yes, and yes, grandparents and ribbon candy. Like yes, like I said.
I remember when my family
old
tried to
school
make ribbon candy, which was a disaster.
Really?
Yeah, very sticky, across the countertops, all bad.
There's a magical thing that happens in a candy factory of like, it's micro degrees. Like right here you're happy, right over here you're just,
Somehow there's candy in your hair and it's all bad.
Like one little sliver. My wife's big into fudge, and we've had all kinds of experiences like
that espresso fudge.
You don't put the right amount of, or you just completely leave something out like salt, huge problem because then it doesn't solidify and you have a big old tub of frosting.
But her espresso fudge, if you're watching this, was delicious. Oh my gosh. I would pay for that. It was phenomenal.
She'll be doing that again.
Delicious.
So.
Yeah, no, my family tried to make candy when I was like still pretty little and like all the grandkids were still around because I'm on like the youngerish spectrum of the grandkids. We stick to cookies now.
So, we shouldn't even be talking about Christmas yet because it's not even November.
Okay, first of all, we skipped over Thanksgiving. That is the most important holiday.
I'll agree.
There's stuffing, mashed potatoes, pie,
turkey. There's pies. There's my dad's apple pie. That destroys.
My mom makes a double layer pumpkin pie. Oh my gosh, it's phenomenal. Hope makes phenomenal pies.
Well, let's see. We'll put that up. Maybe I can get my dad to make us an apple pie.
If your dad makes me an apple pie, I will work one sweet deal for his hog group. I like apple pie.
Pops. I don't know if he's watching.
I like apple pie.
Yes, my espresso fudge.
Mike.
My mom made my wife made some sort of fudge, and she was in a fudge mood, and we're going through the grocery store, and I was like, "Oh, how about an espresso one?" And next thing I know, it was like, "Here, try this."
It was so good.
And it's like a solidified, overly sweetened espresso.
Yeah, but it wasn't like, because overly sweetened, because it wasn't like super bitter. Like, in my head, I was like, oh, it's gonna be like overly fake coffee flavor. I'm not even excited. I took like one bite from Chris. I'm like, I'll take one. Then I was like,
yeah, it was like, I mean, it was
really good.
Fudge, so it's gonna be way sweeter than like regular coffee. And I'm more of like just a touch of sugar in there, if anything.
And I'm the exact opposite.
Black. So it was way too sugary for that, but
it was so good.
It was really
You know what? It'd be really good if we ate it on the way to SHOT Show.
That's a long way away from now.
Do you think I can place orders with your
wife?
wife?
You know what'd be awesome is if we had like espresso fudge in one hand and a mutant doing things in this hand.
Espresso fudge in one hand, tack snacks in the other.
But if you have that in your hand, where does the mutant go?
You can't take the mutant to SHOT Show. Well, you could.
I get to play with the mutant at SHOT Show?
Yeah, you say, we're gonna play with Mike's mutant there. We're in charge of snacks.
Speaking of Mike's mutant, did you see the new video that CMMG posted?
The one from
the
Georgia?
From the IVA.
Yeah.
Like in there, like we've all heard, and Mike's told me multiple times about how like the mutant gets too hot running full auto, that people can't hold on to it, but there's still like a line of people that want to shoot it. Totally understand why.
Fair.
And he just dumps it in the cooler water. In their new video they just launched, which if you're watching this on YouTube, pop over to there. If you're watching on Facebook, pop over to their YouTube channel, do a like thing. They're trying to build a bunch of people over there. So, but it's great because you're going through there and then you see this little slow-mo of Mike dumping it into the bucket of water, and you can see the water coming up through the barrel and spitting out into the chamber.
So cool.
Because it's just so hot that it's boiling off inside of the barrel. And you know that thing came right out of there and he went drip, drip, mag, rack, and it went back to heaven.
It doesn't matter how many guns I shoot. That is always my favorite booth to go to anywhere we are. The people, the energy, the guns, everything.
That gun is like, it's in the top 3 of most fun guns I've ever shoot, and that includes the minigun.
See, does that include their Hush Puppy? Because that's got to be one of my favorites. The Hush Puppy
is like that. I mean, the Hush Puppy is amazing, but it's kind of like a couple of steps down below the Mutant.
I love and
then shooting the Mutant. What is it? Last year with the can on it. That was even.
Okay,
cool.
what's the top 3? You
cool.
open this can of worms. What's your top 3 then?
I'd have to say miniguns got to be the coolest because paddle, like 1.1 seconds, 100 rounds gone dead fast. Like, that was, whoa. I'd say the Mutant second, and I don't really know what I'd put as a third. Honestly, because
I don't know that I could pick guns. I think all mine are like experiences. Man, that says a lot about our generation differences.
Yeah, because there's a lot of really awesome guns, but that's one of them guns that you can have a lot of fun.
I think, honestly, mine would have to be, number 1, have to be the Mutant. Mike's face when you ratted me out and told him I hadn't shot full auto, and he damn near drug me to go shoot the Mutant. It's probably number 1. But then the rest, I don't really know that are based around the guns as so much as like the experience.
I mean, the experience is always fun.
Like when I shot, like that Rise armament gun, I shot 1,100 yards.
Over 100,000 rounds on that Mutant too.
That is intense.
Did it being dunked how many times?
That's crazy. Yeah, I say like that, like the Rise itself, like that rifle was nothing special to me. Like cool, I could reach out and like do that. But like being able to say like, I did my own holds and like I was able to shoot that far, like that's with 30 mile power winds, like that's cool. Like, but the gun itself to me like wasn't the coolest part. It was being able to like do the math and do your own holds and like that, and then probably shooting trap in the middle of Nevada with the same wind. That was pretty cool to actually be able to hit birds out there. But that shotgun again did nothing for me. I'd still rather shoot my CZ back home.
But see, that shotgun experience, that was a fun shotgun experience. That was the first time I ever held an AR.
See, yeah.
Look down AR sights up into the sky.
Yeah, I didn't shoot that. I wanted the classic stuff.
That was weird. The VR-80, I think it was the VR-80.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a VR-60, one of the two. The Rock Island AR 12 gauge thing. I mean, literally a set of Magpul M-Bus sights, and you lift that up and you're staring down a set of AR iron sights, holding on to effectively an AR. And
to shoot a clay bird.
Pull and shooting a clay bird. That was weird.
The funnest part was watching you and Phil both like, what do I do? Oh, this is weird.
Yeah, it was so weird. You shoot that and look at Phil was like, oh, that feels so weird.
That's so wrong, but do I want to be right?
Let's do this again. Let's see how if it feels weird a second time. And it did. But it's still not a Mutant though.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, like, the first time we went up there for their shoot.
Yeah, the off-road.
I got to shoot, I think, pretty much every full auto they had.
Yeah.
Because I shot.
They're the only people that have ever given me a bruise from shooting an AR. At 458 SOCOM on full auto. Holy cow. It's the only time I've ever shot an AR. And Nemo Arms has their Petra, which is a 300 Win Mag. And a 300 Win Mag, I mean, that packs up one heck of a wallop. That gun, that Petra, they've got some mysticism that goes on in there. I'm pretty sure Ted Nugent is hiding inside of the back of that thing because there's some sort of wild, magical something going on there. It does not shoot like a 300 Win Mag, but I mean, it's got some force behind it because it's a huge round. But their CMMG's 458 SOCOM. I don't
think I shot that while we were there.
I don't think he had it out there.
No. The biggest thing I shot was the 338.
Another cool gun.
Super cool. I mean, that entire day was just like.
Barrett, that was pretty neat.
Honestly, that whole day was like a turning point in like my firearm career.
Cool.
Mike took care of me. Got to shoot a lot of cool stuff. A lot of like not even CMMG stuff, just cool stuff. But the CMMG stuff's always my favorite.
And the Hush Puppy.
Yeah, I mean,
the Hush Puppy.
the fact that I can say like my at the time 6-year-old nephew shot full auto for the first time on that, that's cool.
Yeah.
That was Bentley's first full auto.
We need to get one of them here. A little 22, little Munchkin 22.
They're so nice. If we could just get Phil to buy one, because his boys could shoot it.
I've got the conversion kit. We can get it to run a little bit. I just need Mike to come with, like, next time Mike comes, which...
Every time Mike comes,
So,
Phil's the only person who sees him.
Yeah, that's the other thing we got to figure out, too. So let us know, you guys that are watching, what manufacturers do we need to get here? We already know we got CMMG.
Yep.
We need to get in here again. SIG wants to come back through again. Springfield, Glock. I'd like to see if we can try and get Rise. Or,
Yeah, so I'd like to see Rise in.
Quarter Circle 10. I know Dustin's talked about them both. But who else? Who else would you guys like to see come here and get to put your hands on their toys and see what makes their things better or not as good as other things? What are the ones that you guys have questions about on? And let us know. And,
CZ.
and we'll work it out. CZ?
There's one.
Yeah.
CZ.
Because
no.
Kick off next year, 2020, we're going to have at least 6 of them. First one up on the list. Mike, we got to figure out when you're available to come in. Definitely need him to come in. Show.
Sid asked something about SHOT Show. SHOT Show is not until January, Sid. It's the 3rd week. It starts the 19th this year, I think. Or 19th, 20th, somewhere in there.
I think it's the 3rd weekend, 3rd full week of January.
I want to say it goes like the 19th through the 25th, something like that.
Falls right over Reagan's birthday.
Yeah, and it is in Vegas, per usual, and I think it's going to be that way for the unforeseeable future.
I think at least the next through, I think they just re-signed through 2025.
Yeah, I thought it was 5 years.
5 more years.
Yeah, I thought that's what we discussed.
And they're expanding, so it's all held at the Sands right now, and then they're expanding to another spot right across the something. I don't know. All I know is it's 4 days worth of walking, and I finally figured out that there's sections of that place that there's no need for me to wander down.
You know what? But
there's nothing in there for us.
Had we not wandered down one of those sections, Phil wouldn't have got turned into one of his longtime buddies.
No, that's a room that will definitely still go. Yeah.
I feel like that's the only thing we did in that room.
No,
I guess on the other side. There's a lot of compartments in different rooms.
ETS is down in that section. JP Enterprises is down there. Adams used to be down there. They're kind of bounced all over the place. There's a couple of companies down in that same general area.
IWI. If we get them here, do you think we can get Corinne here?
I don't know. Corinne doesn't shoot for IWI anymore.
That was what she was shooting at her
last year.
Man, who's she shooting?
That was
you know what?
She was shooting for Century Mechanic. She was shooting in DeVore. Or no, Galil. But I don't.
White people gotta change things up on me. Who do I have to get here?
Honestly want to know, or?
No, I know the answer.
Money.
I know.
People do things for money.
Who do I have to get here to get her here?
I don't know. Probably just
STI.
Yeah.
She still shoots
She
for
shoots
STI.
for STI now. STI.
I could have swore she just did a photo shoot for IWI not too long ago.
I mean, I'm not saying that she doesn't shoot at all for them. I just don't know that she's necessarily full on
Sponsored like Dustin is for Springfield. See, I had it in my head that she like literally just did a photo shoot for them. She just tried out the new Dean Adams leggings.
Yep. Corinne's like, her and her cousin, what is it, Svetlana?
I don't know.
Whatever it is.
I can't speak Russian and I can't speak baby. These are things we've learned today.
True. But yeah, her cousin, her Russian cousin, has been having some fun here lately too.
It's always fun to watch her because like not only can she run a gun, but like she can do hand to hand and she's terrifying.
Yeah.
But she can also play violin. Like, what?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. She's not your average chick.
I dig it.
Yeah. Which is, I think, the cool part, because now, and we've talked about this before, like the gun bunny scene is really
dying,
drastically down.
Yes, and I love it.
Not a whole lot. it's really, I think it's making a huge like impact into the shooting world, because while it is nice to have attractive females in the sport, the attractive side without having anything else doesn't necessarily do a whole lot, and then you end up running into problems like Taryn does, where you have this one that doesn't quite understand the rationale and the reality of what she's doing and where she's at and what she's saying, and then swoops it up. So the females that are in the industry now, I mean,
it's
got a lot of really solid shooters in there.
It's so cool to see, like,
seriously talented. Now there are still those that are working on their skills, and more power to them. I mean, we all should be working on our skills.
But it's so cool to see, like, the Katie Francis and the Lenas and the
I saw Katie
Corinne's.
this weekend. Katie and her dad Chad were out at the Monster Match. Tons of fun. Big shout out to Bentrest and all the guys out there, Steve Kelly and all the other sponsors. I know Technical Ship threw a gun together on for the prize table. Did a raffle for that one. I didn't see what the total numbers of what the gun itself did, but they had, American Family had donated a bunch of stuff, including waters and snacks for all the shooters and so forth. 120 shooters or so, something like that.
It's a busy match.
Shooting out of Bentrest, which to some of you competitive guys doesn't seem like a whole heck of a lot. However, with 120 shooters, they raised over $14,000 to be donated to the U.S. Open.
That is awesome.
So $14,000 from 120 shooters, basically.
That's pretty wicked.
So big shout out to those guys.
Yeah.
So and all the guys that helped sponsor that. I know there's a whole host of guys. So
that's an awesome match.
That match. It's just a hose fest. This year was a little bit different than last year. In the years prior, a little less of full-on hose fest and more of.
I heard you had to actually use your brain
and use those little wiggly things that are on top of the gun.
Weird.
The guys that had dots, they did way better. Then you had like Jay Carrillo out there. God, that dude's got a machine gun finger, and so like you don't even see his legs move. You just see his feet like move.
So it's like watching like
pants.
Jason Brown or like Brent shoot when they're here, because you're like, how did faster?
Like
that's
double
impressive.
the speed. Dude is
that's like hamster
like
speed.
way fast. Dylan Easley, I got to see him shoot.
You said a whole bunch of like 3-gunner guys ran it, didn't you? Because that's Katie's primary sport, isn't it?
Yep, Katie, Chad. Let's see who else was there. Katie and Chad Francis. Chad being father, Katie being daughter. Which that's one of the first matches I've seen her shoot this year. I know she started school.
Because she's in college now, right?
Yeah, she's in college. I want to say SLU.
Maybe, I don't know. I remember knowing that she was going to college.
WashU, one of the two. She's in St. Louis at school and is having a hard time finding time to. It's amazing what that like workload of schoolwork and studying does to shooting career.
Well, and I guess her dad has her own 3-gun thing set up local to them.
Yeah,
3-gun's not such a big thing here.
Generation 3-gun. Chad started a number of years ago, and his main focus on that is to try and get kids involved into the 3-gun world. But it's really like he's putting on some major matches in Missouri. I think it's the Missouri state match that he puts on at the beginning of the 3-gun. I mean, it draws all the big name shooters in, and so they're doing really.
She started popping up in videos like when she was like 10 or so.
I want to say like 12, 13, 14.
So she was still pretty young.
Yeah,
but I could think of seeing her first 3-gun videos.
Yeah, she actually used to shoot out in at Brittany Park out in Illinois, and actually
that's a haul.
Many years ago, Ashlyn, TJ's daughter, was trying to get into 3-gun, and shotgun went down, and she actually used Katie's shotgun for a match before anybody knew necessarily. Like TJ had no clue who Katie was necessarily, but she's like, yeah, absolutely, here. Which you've heard me say time and time again, like it's part of the community.
Yeah.
It's like one guy's gun went down over the weekend, and one gun goes down, and next thing you know, you got 3 other guys standing there going, oh my God, Like, I don't have that spring, but I've got all these things, and it sucks that that's the spring that broke, but I got this gun that you can shoot, or you can shoot this one, and like,
I heard you
got 2 stages. Like, literally they're swapping from, hip to hip as the shooters are going up to shoot.
Was it you or Dustin that said multiple? I guess it was Dustin because it was PCC guns he was talking about that went down at his match while he was out of town.
Yeah, that was down at IDPA Nationals.
They crashed like
Dustin
4 or
was
5
down at
PCC
Nationals.
guns.
I forget what spot he took. I want to say like 26th or something.
I don't
like that,
remember.
but, good showing
I want to
for
say
him at
17th
PCC,
maybe, somewhere in there.
In the IDPA Nationals, he did pretty well as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, PCC guns go down, and I have no idea why, but it just seems to be the top carrier key gets ripped off those things, and there's literally nothing that impacts that. It's a blowback design. Round
The
goes
PCC ferries are just like
bolts it back and forth. So, yeah, I don't know.
just tinker.
Or maybe
They should run a real gun?
Pistols at pistol matches and rifles at rifle matches.
Man, you're gonna make somebody mad with that.
All of them.
But I think that's all. Yes, Greg, you're right. You're not wrong.
True that.
He's usually not wrong.
Two-way communities.
Do we have anything
helpful overall? But
else for today?
Especially the shooting community.
Do we have anything else?
I don't think we have a whole lot else. We've got. So what do we got? We got Thanksgiving. We got Halloween coming up tomorrow.
Free sim usage.
Free sim. Come in and I don't know. Come in dressed up. If you're in a costume, no masks. But if you're in a full costume, I'll give you a free lane.
Ooh.
So totally free as long as you come dressed up in something. If you come dressed up in something amazing, maybe I'll even throw you something else.
We'll see.
Bring the kids in. We'll have little candies and stuff for them. Free sim all day. What else we got?
Upcoming classes. Check out that tactical triage. It's a huge.
Triage
My favorite class, hands down.
CCW as always.
Yep. Got some basic handgun classes coming up.
Yep. Got 3 more. So next 3 guys that sign up for, or it's still open. So there's 3 more. Sign up. Free ammo. Use code free ammo. 2 words online, or come in and say, hey, I want to get the free ammo. Take one of the classes. Phil's looking at trying to get you a better shooter and such.
I thought you were going to say Phil was looking at you like he was going to burn you with laser beams, and I was like, maybe.
Nope, I cleared it with him last time.
Bing!
So I'm just going to run with it.
Well, I guess that's all we got today.
I got approval once, that's all I needed.
I guess we're out of
I
here.
think that's it, yeah.
Well,
So if you have any other questions, feel free to shout us out. Check us out at therangestl.com. All the stuff's in there.
call us, beep us,
We've got
send us a
videos,
homing pigeon.
We've got a bunch of info on the different training classes and so forth. Waivers on there. If you need a private event,
Holiday season's coming up.
Corporate events.
I'm already booking
So
corporate
if you
Christmas
need
parties.
a Christmas party, let us know. We got some fun
Christmas,
things we can do.
birthday, engagement, wedding. I haven't had a wedding yet.
Not yet. We did have an engagement.
I had an engagement.
Happened here.
That's all I got.
If you need anything, let us know.
Don't wait too long or I'll be out of room for Christmas parties.
Yes. And then it would be like.
Then you don't have to go
Parties.
somewhere boring like, I don't know, McDonald's.
No, just come here. Just don't have a party. We'll just make it a party.
We'll make it a party. Chris makes everything a party.
You know,
That all we got?
I think so.
We're gonna go get stuff ready for Black Friday. We can't tell you what we're doing yet. We're gonna go do it.
We do have things like really cheap though. Yeah.
Say, I can't tell you what we're up to.
I pulled the wool right over Ron's eyes and was like, hey, if we do this, then we can do this and this and this. And I don't think he was paying attention, so he just said, yeah, let's do it. And then we ordered the things, and then they came in, and he's like, is that? I was like, yeah, remember we're doing that thing. And
Remember?
like, we're doing this thing. Check this graphic out. He's like, what? For real? I was like, yeah, it's already in graphics, so it can't be changed. So come see us. We'll have all kinds of goodies for that. Stay tuned for your emails because you may be getting that early. Otherwise, are you ready?
Yeah, let's go to work.
Let's do this. Are you ready?